That is why our next guest is giving us a roundup of romantic spots around the city that you may recognize from some pretty famous movies. So without any further ado, joining us live this morning is our friend, John Friia, the content creator behind Here in New York. Welcome back, sir.
It is nice to be back. Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
ladies.
Valentine's Day. We love you.
I see you broke out the ballets for us.
I did.
His shoe game is always strong.
Always on
And you
point.
know we cannot do a single thing unless you bring something.
He's got to feed us before he teaches us.
Of course. And I had to bring a romantic treat in. So these are maritozzo from Tozzo on the Upper East Side on 2nd Avenue.
Yep.
And these are an ancient Roman pastry that have a romantic legend. It's believed that on the first Friday of March, which was their Valentine's Day, young suitors or husbands-to-be would give these pastries to a bride-to-be. And inside was an engagement ring or a small golden object. Now, I'm assuming no one ate these because that would just be not good. But that kind of ensured a marriage. And that is part of the reason why marito means husband in Italian, and maritozzo is an affectionate way
All
of
right,
saying
if you touch all of them, you got to eat all of them.
I
Oh my
haven't
God,
found
this
the
one
gold
is a
ring yet.
savage today. She's
I
touching.
haven't found a single gold ring.
That's
You're
one
not-
way to
yeah.
keep the vultures away.
Just don't touch that one. I do like the pistachio.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Oh
I was looking for a gold object.
I don't know what has gotten into you. Have you already gotten into the love potion?
Maybe.
The budget's not. It's not there for gold.
Thank you. Thank you, John Friia.
Gold
Okay.
is my heart.
Should we talk about some spots, some famous
Yes.
spots that you have for us? You're going to highlight first the Met.
Yes, I mean, such an iconic location. The backdrop for a famous date in Moonstruck, starring Cher and
that
Nicolas
movie.
Cage, which this is one of my favorite rom-coms
Yeah.
because she's in it.
Yeah.
But this is the time that they went to go see La Boheme, and this kind of confirms the feelings that Loretta had for Ronnie, even though she was engaged to his brother, Johnny. In the end, obviously, we know that she ends up with Ronnie instead of Johnny.
Instead of Johnny, yep.
And if you are bringing your date to the Met, impress them with some facts. This is actually the largest repertoire opera house in the world with nearly 4,000 seats. There's a restaurant on the Grand Tier level, and you'll see 2 Marc Chagall paintings. And fun fact,
Excuse me?
they are hanging the wrong way. They're supposed to
No.
be reversed.
No
They're supposed to
way.
be reversed. Chagall noticed it and was not happy about that at first, but then ended up saying, it's okay, they're good the way they are.
Only
Oh
John
my
Friia would know something
God.
like this. This is
They have one job,
That's it.
these
Yes.
people. All right.
Okay.
So
Next.
from Lincoln Center to Central Park,
Okay.
we're going to go to Bow Bridge, which
Please.
of course is one of the most
Everybody
photographed
gets
spots.
engaged here.
Look at
Is
this.
where Enchanted, Manhattan, The Way We Were, all filmed a scene there. And this just recently underwent a restoration. And this is the 2nd oldest cast iron bridge in the country. It was built by a Bronx-based iron foundry, the same company that ended up building the dome
I was
of
going to
the
say
U.S. Capitol.
the dome of the Capitol. That's
Yes.
right.
How the heck did you
This
know
is
that?
what's born in
watched my
hip hop. This was born in the Bronx, hip hop, and the people that make the Bow Bridge.
You said
So
the
much
second
talent.
largest steel,
The 2nd oldest.
second oldest. What's the first oldest?
I'm going to say something in Pittsburgh. I don't know.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna say
I'll
something
buy
in
that for
Pittsburgh.
I'll buy that for a dollar.
You could say whatever, and I'll believe you. Okay, from there we're going to go to Riverside Park.
Yes, to the 91st Street Garden. This was the famous scene, the final scene in You've Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
What a good one.
Kind of is the happy ending. Now, right now, the garden is really not in bloom, so maybe save this location for springtime, but it is a gorgeous location. It is a community garden, and it was actually all taken care of by the garden people. And while you're there, my recommendation is stop by Zabar's, get some iced coffee, crumb cake, and head over there, because Zabar's was also the backdrop for another scene in Manhattan.
Stop it.
You're
Yes.
just planning a whole day for us.
I know. I do love this garden.
It is really
It's
cute.
really
It is
sweet.
really cute.
Really sweet. We can't talk rom-coms without talking about Katz's Deli.
In?
On Lower East Side, and When Harry Met Sally.
Harry Met
I mean, come on, that's probably one of the most iconic movies in history, really. And
Yeah.
this scene is just so iconic.
Risque.
You know, you can sit at this table, you can recreate this scene, have a pastrami sandwich,
Yeah.
and you know, whether you're Harry or whether you're Sally, go have a good time.
Do they have a plaque there that says?
There is something that's hanging from the ceiling
That's
that
what
this
I
is
thought.
where Sally
scene.
sat. But
Yeah.
they actually, this is the
Oh, there it
oldest
is.
deli in New York, opening in 1888.
Oh.
Had a few name changes, but they moved to this location in 1917. And do you know how many pounds of pastrami they serve a week?
Oh my God.
No, but please
100.
tell us.
15,000
Stop
pounds
it. I
of
said
pastrami.
100. They
You
probably
were
go
so-
through that in an hour.
In an hour.
Yeah.
You guys want to know something crazy?
Please.
I've never been to Katz's.
Well, apparently we have a road trip that we are going to take.
You should do a pastrami crawl.
Oh,
Will you lead us?
I mean, of course.
of course, don't be
fine.
ridiculous.
Can you
That was
hand me
always
one
a
of those? How do you say them again?
Maritozzo.
One that I did not
Marisol, a maritozzo, please. Marisol.
say. I bet that one's really good, and also I didn't touch it.
That one's for John Friia.
John Friia, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. I can't wait to see what you're going to bring us next.